Alright, cool. So, let's begin. Welcome everyone to this game of the Quiet Year. We're going to be playing this without some of the cards so that it'll be a little faster. That's a version called the Fleeting Year, but basically it's the same exact concept. Nothing changes. So what this is a game about a community. It's a community of people. Usually you can say it's about, say, 70 people, but the amount doesn't matter because we kind of make decisions and take turns regarding the community as a whole. So we don't actually like play specific people in the community so much, at least not generally speaking. We are impartial. We don't really take sides in any conflict or so on that happens in the community. Good things will happen, bad things will happen over the course of a year. So, the introduction, which I should have found earlier. Okay, so the opening story is this. For a long time, the community was at war with a group called the Jackals. Now, finally, the community has driven them off, and they're left with this. It's a 1 year period of time of relative peace. It's a quiet year where there's no more war, at least for this year, and they have a chance now to build their community up again and relearn how to work together and how to set things back into place. When winter comes, the frost shepherds will arrive, and they probably won't survive the encounter. So when the frost shepherds arrive, that's when the game ends. But until that happens, we are going to take a look at what they do in this year of time. Right? Because at this moment, they have some opportunities to build something and improve themselves. So the Quiet Year is a map making game. So what happens is the community will arrive in a new space, a new terrain. So what we'll do to start, we'll need to clear some space, but let's talk first. Oh, by the way, this is a GM-less game, so I don't have any more authority than you guys do, and vice versa. So we all kind of work on the story together. So the first thing we do is we decide what the terrain is going to be like. So where do we want this community to arrive? What's this new place that we want the community to arrive? God damn it. Traffic just weird all of a sudden.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about like a swampy place?
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that. I think it'd be cool
Yeah.
to sort of live with stilted houses above the swamp.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me as well. Everyone else okay with that?
I could be in on that as well. My immediate thought was a frozen tundra, but swamp could be cool as well.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I think Frost Shepherds kind of put that, immediately put that in your mind, but I don't know.
Maybe it'll become a frozen tundra after they arrive.
Yeah. Well, it can
Yeah.
be anywhere. Like, for instance, it can be up in space, it can be underground, it can be mountaintop,
Yeah.
desert. So we can set it anywhere we want to.
Oh, space station.
I actually like the aesthetic of, in well, not exactly this, maybe this dark, but in Mad Max Fury Road, the people on the stilts like walking around.
Yeah.
That scene,
Yeah.
that's a really cool
That's what I
aesthetic.
was thinking too. Yeah.
Maybe not that dark, but like something
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
Alright, so what did we decide? Swamp?
I think so. Yeah, if everyone's okay with that.
That works for me.
Cool.
Yeah, sure. There's a majority for that.
Alright, cool. Alright, so what we'll do is each one of us gets to add a feature to the map to start. Now, this will be a feature of the terrain, and it's just the landscape. Something there, whether it be, I don't know, a river, a grove of trees, a hill, the ocean, something. So, we begin with a clear map. So we won't put the community in yet because we'll have opportunity to put like sleeping places and that sort of thing. So you want to keep one of the templates in the corner and just clear the rest for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
And so is it okay if we go in the roll 20 order? We'll start with Chris, then go to Tyler, then Saya, and then Steven, and then myself.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
I'm all over starting. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we'll do Chris first. You add a feature to the map.
It might also be helpful to leave the community more in the center of the map so that we can have room to draw things around it.
Yeah. So we can start in the center and start putting some features kind of around the center.
So, oh yeah, I have a really cool idea to start off with. Somewhere in the swamp, there's a clearing, which isn't swampy ground. You can actually stand in there, and in this clearing, there's some stones, sort of in a Stonehenge way.
Oh, cool, nice. So you can.
I'll just put it somewhere on the map. I'll
Yeah.
put swamp, Stonehenge, or something.
Excellent. So you can draw something to represent that. Most things we add to the map, the game kind of discourages drawing. Sorry, Jesus. Yeah, the game discourages writing, because you draw something and it kind of lets people make their own interpretation of it, rather than you put a word and it's definitely that word. So that's kind of the reason
Yeah,
why-
we're drawing a map,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it's a map making game. So you see if you can put something there. Or like if you guys don't want to draw, you can use the art library and search for stuff and just drag it onto the map. That's why I gave you guys GM privileges. So everyone has that option as well. Alright, so we have our Stonehenge. Tyler, why don't you go next and let's see what you want to add to the map.
Yeah. So I think to the south of our swamp is just an ocean, right? I think we are right up against the edge here.
Nice. So that'll be like a delta situation, kind of, or floodplain. Yeah. So that's
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
It's like the Irish Moors.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, excellent. Sia, you can. I think you're up.
Yeah, so in the right, not that far from our community, there's just a pit that
Oh.
goes down, and it's very dark at the bottom, and people can't see from the top what's
Alright.
down there.
Cool. You
Do
can
people know there's a bottom?
Maybe they don't. People aren't sure what's under there because nobody's had the courage to go in.
Yeah.
Very slowly covered with it.
Alright. Yeah, that'll be excellent. Alright, so well, Saya, make sure you're zoomed out because there's a lot more space. So if you want the whole
Yeah, I'm zoomed out. I'm zoomed out all the way.
Alright, cool. So if you want the hole to be like, because right now it's in the center, so you can leave it there or you can move it
Yeah,
more to the
actually.
edges if you want. So you set it where you want it to be.
God, roll 20 is so wacky.
Alright.
All right.
And Steven, is that a river?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm adding a river,
nice.
but it's deeply toxic from something upriver.
Nice. I like that. And I will add a junkyard here. How do I draw? It's going to be like old metal rusted boots and hulls that have been, run aground and rusted out and, not, definitely not free floating anymore. Might be
Yeah.
something there, might not. So how do I draw a boat? I'm gonna go ahead and draw a boat. Or try to. I should have drawn it in brown. So I believe the next move is for us to consider resources.
Yeah.
So each of us names a resource. Now, the resource will be something that's on the map that the community either really needs or maybe really wants. Basic examples would be, of course, like food and shelter and water. Depending on the setting, it could be something else, like it could be gasoline for a road warrior type situation, or it could be power, electricity. So each one of us will begin with Chris again, and you name a resource. And I'll edit the resources document on the side.
Okay, well, do I have to name, if it's a resource, do I have to name where I get it from as well, or is that open?
No, you can just name it as a resource for now.
Yeah, because we're going to be deciding which we have in abundance and which we have in scarcity.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obvious thing we need, Lisbeth already named it, water, because there's a toxic river, can't get water from there.
Right.
And there's the ocean, can't get water from there because it's salty.
Alright, cool. So
Well, and it's got to be toxic
yeah.
with that river running
And
into it.
it'll also be somewhat toxic, yeah, because of the river.
Yeah.
Alright, so water was the first one. Tyler, what resource would you want to put on this?
Okay, so I think, and I'm not sure if this is, appropriate as a resource or not, let me know, but, I'm thinking history.
In what
Like
way?
cultural knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was just immediately looking to the Swamp Stonehenge there,
Okay.
and,
yeah.
just...
I think history
figure
works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So I'll just
Uh-huh.
put it as culture/history.
Alright.
Yeah, that's great. That'll be interesting as well. Sia, I think you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with warmth.
Warm, nice. And Steven.
Oh, I guess I want to say boats. I feel like boats are important here.
Alright, so transport.
Yeah.
Alright, nice. That sounds good.
Where are you writing these down?
And the
in
resources
handouts,
document.
Yeah. When I save the changes,
Oh,
it'll
see, I
probably
can't
show
see
up.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I haven't seen that change at all.
Yeah, when I save the changes.
Oh, there it
it'll
is.
show up,
Never mind,
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, it only changes when you click submit as the GM.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I need to add one, and I think it will be building materials. Because it's a swampy area, and we don't readily have like a lot of concrete or anything. So we'll probably start off in the wood age. Alright, so the next thing we do is we decide as a group which one of these resources are in abundance. One will be in abundance, all the others will be scarce.
Okay.
feel like
So, what?
I feel like either transport or history makes the most sense for having an abundance in a swamp.
Yeah, I personally
That's
like
what I was
history
thinking.
being a scarcity,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I'd prefer going with transport.
I think
Okay.
Yeah, I
transport-
think it could be interesting either way.
Yeah, it could be
Because,
interesting.
transport being a scarcity means you can't leave. That you're trapped
Well,
here. But,
Water
history
being a
versus...
water being a
Mind.
scarcity would mean being alive would be very very hard as well.
But it gives
because
us
there's
something
nothing
to
do.
do narratively.
That's true. In contrast, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems to make sense with the toxic river and water. I mean, I feel like water has to be a scarcity just given the way this map is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right?
So which one do you think will be in abundance?
Maybe warmth? Or
I was wondering that.
Well, what about building materials, because they can salvage stuff from the ships, or maybe there's some shrubbery and so on that they can use.
I like the idea of there being lots of wrecked ships that they're just pulling apart to make into new stuff. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that would still
Okay.
give them things to do, because they would have to actually build the things. But at least
Yeah.
they'll have like starting materials.
I like
Alright.
that.
I'm
I
into.
like that. Let's do that.
Alright, so I'll just, in the brackets, I'll just put abundant. Save changes. Alright, so that's the starting setup, the resources, and let me just check the PDF and see if there's anything else we need to do.
I think add a symbol for each of the resources now, right?
Well,
Whether it's an abundance or scarcity.
well, I'm using the handout to kind of
Yeah.
keep track of it, because as we build projects to attend to these resources, we'll get a lot of symbols popping up for them.
Okay.
So now we begin the actual play of the game. So each card, there's 52 cards in the deck, and each card represents 1 week in this year. So this this entire year is played in turns of a week each. So Chris, one more thing I need to go over is the contempt. You'll realize that there's a poker chip up on above the decks. That's contempt. Now how contempt works is that every time one of us starts a project or makes a decision without consulting with the others, if the others feel that a portion of the community would be displeased at that development, then you take a contempt token for that. If you feel that,
When you take a content token again? Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
so like let's say you start a project to, what would be something contentious?
Exploring Stonehenge. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's say you start a project to dig up Stonehenge to use the materials, and so let's say Chris starts a project to do that. If Tyler or say or myself feel that a portion of the community would be displeased at that happening, then we can each take a contempt token.
Okay, got it.
Right. So it's a way to signify if there's disharmony in the community. And how
Disagreement, yeah.
Yeah, and how you use these tokens is that you need to use a token anytime you want to interfere with a project someone else has started. The one way around this is to hold a discussion. So if Chris held a discussion about digging up Stonehenge and we all participated, then I'm going to say that you probably don't get to still take contempt for that because you were consulted. So that's how the discussion and the contempt works. Now back to the turn. For the turn, we'll start with Chris and go in the Roll20 order. You pull a card first of all. We start with Summer, which is the bright green deck. You take one of those cards, and the card will tell you what to do. There'll be 2 options on the card, and you pick one of them and follow the instructions.
You mean spring?
Yeah, spring. Sorry.
Okay.
Is that okay? You said summer.
Oh, my mistake. I'm in the Caribbean.
Okay.
We don't have seasons. Summer? What's summer?
Alright. So I'll just start with spring then.
Mm-hmm.
Already. That's a... What's it in English? J... God damn it. I don't know the German.
Jack?
Jack, yeah.
Okay.
In German they called pawns for whatever reason. Okay, so...
Alright, so in the
Jack,
handouts,
that's... You see good omen, what is it? Or you see bad omen, what is it? Well, I had a look at the spring table before, and I had exactly a look at "You See a Good Omen" and thought of something, so I'll just use it.
Nice.
We see some Auroras. That seems like a good omen.
See what?
Auroras, polar lights.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What do we
okay,
see?
okay,
What do
yeah.
we see it as an omen of?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I guess what will happen is that for your turn, because you just drawn a card, and we see a good omen, so you stated what the omen is. Your turn isn't over as yet. The next thing we will do is count down whatever projects are in progress. Each project goes down by one. We don't have any projects as yet, so we don't start with that. So we don't have to do that right now. And then we come to your actual action. So you now can do something here. You have a choice of one of three actions that you can do. You can discover something new, you can start a project, or you can hold a discussion. So for instance, you can hold a discussion on what these lights mean, or you can start a project related to the lights, or you can start a project related to some other unconnected thing. It's your turn, so you get to decide what you do. But it's one of those three things.
So I will want to start a project. I'm not really. I'm thinking about two things right now. I think I'll start a project on exploring the bottomless pit, looking whether there's actually a bottom to it or whether there isn't.
Cool.
I'll play figure it out.
Yeah. Alright, so you drag the rollable, put a rollable token on it, and we as a group decide how long that would take. It can be anywhere between 1 to 6 weeks.
To 6 what weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how long do we think, how many weeks do we think that it would take to explore that bottomless pit?
And assume there's always kind of scarcity of labor.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of it being a little bit longer, or on the longer
Yeah,
end anyway.
I think
has
it should
to start,
take a
but
while.
it'll take a while.
So 5 weeks, do we think?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I was
Maybe
thinking.
5 is pretty long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So you change that 0 to a 4 or 5, yeah, sorry. And I don't know, maybe you can put like a little man with mountain climbing gear or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm on it.
excellent. So everything we add to the map, everything we introduce, we draw something on the map for it. And that is Chris's turn. So now we come to Tyler.
All right, so draw or deal
Yeah.
one. So
Well, you can just click and drag onto the tabletop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
come on. Come on. There we go. I got it.
Yeah.
Ace. Alright. Alright. So the Ace of Hearts is what group has the higher status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? So let's see. I think I'm gonna go with the family units one, and I think there are distinct family units, and I think the structure of the family units is that you choose your family. It's not
Nice.
It's not who you were raised with or anything like that. It's just who you like, who who you're closest to.
All right, nice. I like that.
So
Yeah.
I know what to do already. if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Excellent. So that's the card. We count down projects now, so which means that 5 will go to a 4. And now, Tyler, you get your action.
Yes. Okay. So what are the 3? I can have a discussion, start a project, or
Discover something new. So you can
Discover
say
something.
the community discovers something on the map somewhere.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would like to discover something new. Do I just say what it is, or is there
Yeah.
a drawing? Yeah. Okay.
Well, you say what it is and you draw something to represent it.
Right. I meant like draw a card. So yeah, I think what we discover is up to the northwest, and I think we discover an old camp. Yeah, I think we discover an old camp that looks a lot like ours, but we don't remember living there.
Mm-hmm. Nice, I like it.
So,
Alright, cool, great.
No, the tent, it moved.
Alright, so
I'll move the
already we're
origin
getting
tent
like
back.
a sense that this place has a history of its own and things are starting to happen. So that's kind of what's nice about this game. It kind of takes on momentum at a certain point. Alright, so
Oh, and the project counts down.
no, the project
Yes.
counts down after the next person draws their card.
No, we didn't count it down to 4 yet.
Oh,
yeah,
It's still
but
5.
because I drew.
Oh, okay,
So
right.
it,
Good
it should
call.
be a 4.
Good call.
So it stays at 5, does it?
No,
It
it
goes
goes
to
down
No,
by
it's at
1.
4 now.
Oh, okay, I'll count it down then to 4.
Yeah. Right, excellent. So who's up next? Would that be Saya?
Yeah, okay. So I deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you can click and drag it onto the tabletop.
Oh, okay.
If you click deal, it goes to your hand, and then you still have to take it from your hand and put it on the tabletop.
Yeah, the topmost part of the card, it
Got it.
sort of moves to the
Is
to the top.
king?
You can drag
The
that.
king? It's very small.
Yep.
Okay. So that is... A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it? Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done? What were the jackals? Was that like another group of people?
It just says we were at war with them.
Yeah, it's open to
Oh.
interpretation.
All right. So, an old man, Jeremiah, says, confesses while on his deathbed that while the jackals were in the land, he would, in exchange for his own safety and that of his family, he would lure other people out into the swamp and leave them tied up for the jackals to take. He doesn't know what they did with them. And then he dies.
Nice.
Damn, Jeremiah was an ass.
Oh,
Alright.
that little weasel. Alright, so you can draw something for that. I don't know, a guy on the deathbed or something.
And we also count down one more time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
down to 3. What if it?
So I have to
Oh yeah,
start.
I'm on it.
And anyone can change it down, but usually the person who put it, they count down. So
Yeah,
they're able to keep
I'm
track.
for the person who put it down, changing it.
Yeah. That'll be easier to keep track of it. So, say I think you have your turn now.
Yeah, okay. So I can start a project, discover something new, or lead a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to lead a discussion about old man Jeremiah's confession. Because I feel like that would be something people would be like, oh, what?
Right. So the way discussions work is everyone in turn gets to say 2 sentences. The reason why it's so limited is to reflect the fact that in a community, not everyone gets their full say. So everyone gets to say 2 sentences on the subject. Saya, you can start with your 2 sentences, or you can wait till everyone else says and go last.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
All right. So Stevens.
Well, my chosen brother disappeared during the war with the jackals. I say we go looking for them.
Okay. My turn is if one old man was doing that, there may be more. We should find out if anyone else in the community has been doing that. So, Chris?
I say this is a crime of the past. If it doesn't repeat, it shall be forgiven. Once.
Cool. And Tyler?
Damn it, you took mine.
Well, you can't agree, you know. You
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So let's see. Jeremiah was a demented old man. How can we even believe him?
And Saya.
Our families are out there. We can't just leave them if they're still alive.
Alright, cool. So that was the discussion. And on the next turn, you can do something about that, Saya. And since you started the discussion, whatever you decide to do about it, we can't really take a contempt for it.
Okay. How?
Right, but for now, it's Steven.
And did the counter go down? Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, got that done.
Cool. And let me do that now. Did something come up?
Come up, what? How?
Okay, Let me try that again.
You drag the top card over.
Okay, yeah. It's the Queen of Hearts, I think it is.
Okay. What's the most beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area? Okay, I think I know what I'm saying. The most... Yeah, the most hideous thing is here...
Be right back, 1 second. I'm back, sorry.
Yep, I was... Okay, I was just kind of thinking, yeah, the most hideous in the area is... really bad at drawing, is a kind of the ruins of this old industrial park that's up towards the source of the river.
Ooh, so we do have a lot of building materials in the area.
But it's just this kind of source of general pollution and disease that washes down to us.
Yeah,
Alright, nice.
I like that.
Very nice.
Let's count. Do we count the pit down one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay.
See what I mean? You guys have the hang of this game already.
and what I'm going to discover something new. And what I'm going to add to the map is the ruins of the Jackal's fortress across the river from us.
Nice.
Ooh. Interesting. All right, good. All right, so I think is that my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me draw and let's see what we get. Three of hearts. Someone new arrives. Who? Or two of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? Alright, so this someone new who arrives, I'm going to say that it's a former jackal. Like a deserter from the jackals. So when we discovered the ruins across there, we found one of their number still alive and is now seeking entrance into the community. So, that's going to be that. How do I draw that? I'm going to draw a guy right here. Let me just borrow a person. And
No, he's missing his head. The humanity.
well, the actual thought I had was maybe I should give him the head of a dog.
Okay.
Because he's a jackal.
I was thinking like stuff where they like wear like the skull of a jackal as like a helmet.
Yeah. So.
But I think dog-headed people would be cool too.
So far all we've done is discover him. No one has done anything about it yet. The thing counts down. I'm terrible at drawing.
Yeah, I'm going to count it down to 1.
And for my turn, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to start a project. And this project is going to be to develop some way to provide clean drinking water. So,
Well, that'll be helpful.
yeah. So like most of the projects usually, unless you have something else interesting in mind, a good backup is to try and address the scarcities. Freehand. Draw shape. So I'm going to draw like some sort of filtration device somewhere near or in the river. There. And you can put like a little tap. Right. And this project will take, I'm going to say 4 weeks. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That seems
sounds
fine.
alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So let me put that there and we'll count it down to 4. And that will be my turn.
Okay, so I'm next up again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That's a 7 of hearts. So, where does everyone sleep? Who's unhappy with the arrangement and why? Or alternatively, What natural predators rule this area? Are you safe?
Hmm.
Okay, this is sort of a silly thought. So I think there are dinosaurs around.
Nice.
Good.
And yeah, just all kinds of dinosaurs. Well, the smaller ones mainly, though.
Yeah, like the what did they call it? The raptors.
Velociraptors.
Are there herbivores too, or is it only the carnivore ones?
There's all kind of dinosaurs. There are herbivores too.
Nice.
Okay, I'll just write dinosaurs down now. I'll draw one later.
Cool.
Because now it's my turn.
Oh,
And the bottomless pit
yeah.
counts down again. It's at 0 now. What does that mean?
So what had happened when it reaches 0? Whoever started that project, which I believe is you get to
That's me,
describe to us how that project completed. Did they find anything? What's the result of it?
So they. Oh yeah. So there is indeed a bottom to the pit. After many hundreds of meters, they got down there using lots and lots of rope and several mechanisms, machines, and so on. They cobbled together. And at the bottom of this pit, there's a cave system, but the cave, well, it's not really caves. It's corridors, and they are man-made.
Oh.
It's what? And they're man-made?
Corridors, man-made corridors.
Shit.
So someone made a cave system, a human artificial cave system at the bottom of this pit.
Damn.
Gotta do all this as well. Well, I'm busy.
All right, excellent. So you can figure out how to represent that on the map, and I guess we can go to Tyler.
No, I actually still got something. That
Yeah,
was
he
just
still has an
limited,
action.
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah, my mistake. Yeah, completely my
Oh
mistake.
yeah. Oh god damn it. This is just getting more and more.
You can just start a discussion about what to do about the corridors, for example.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, let's start a discussion about the corridors. So, do I start with the discussion or does someone else start?
You have a choice to go first or last.
I'll go first, and I'll say this is amazing. Who's been there? Maybe there are still people down there. We should totally explore it.
There's a reason it's so far down. I think it's best we just forget about it.
Say it.
That was me, sorry. If people lived there could still be resources. They might have things that we need.
I live in a cold, shitty hut. That place looks warm and inviting.
I think we
Wait,
should
what part of the bottomless pit looks inviting? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
This must really be terrible.
I think we should explore it, but I think we should arm ourselves first.
Okay, so it seems like the community thinks we should explore it, but be cautious about it. Content. Okay.
Alright, cool. I think we...
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, 6. Alright. Are there children in your community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have? So I think the eldest members of the community are surprisingly old. I think they are in their 90s pretty regularly. And I don't think it's unheard of for a few of them to be in their hundreds. And I think the problem is that they have no freedom of movement. The swamp is an asshole of a place, and is not kind to people. And so I think they wind up basically being stuck in their homes and having to be taken care of pretty holistically. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool, nice. Oh, I like the dinosaur. That's cool.
Cool. You draw feathers on him. Be authentic.
Yeah. Alright, so usual procedure, draw something. I'll count down the water, which I think is the only active project at the moment. That goes to 2. And you still have the action.
I don't think the Sayer did action.
I didn't go yet.
Yeah, the projects count down
No,
before
I
the
have to-
action. So it goes
I have to
card.
make an actions.
Yeah, it goes card, countdown, and then action.
So I am going to start a new project to loot the old Jackal Fortress.
Oh, you stole mine.
I was gonna go over there and look for people.
Yeah. And let's see. Forgive my US centric drawing. We're just gonna make a $sign. So how long we think that'll take?
I don't think it would take that long.
Well, no, we don't have boats to cross the river
Oh.
because transport is a scarcity.
Well, then how did we find the jackal?
Yeah, and the
We must
jackal and
have
everything.
some way, I guess, right?
Maybe a bridge.
It's
or
just
something?
not an easy way, I assume,
Yeah,
unless
that'll
we
just
have.
make it longer.
Yeah, so let's say
Right.
6 because they would have to ferry stuff across because they would probably have like 1 or 2 canoes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely
just
both will make it a lot longer.
so a full 6.
What do you guys think? I think a full 6, but could be 5.
I think 6 is fair.
All right. Boom.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So with me now?
Yeah. Should be Steven, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
What? Wait, I didn't go yet.
No, sorry, Sayer.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's a 5 of hearts. There's a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what?
This is interesting because this is like the first instance where we have a possibility we could lose one of the things we've been hurriedly building.
I have an idea. I just don't want to. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go for it. There's a big storm comes washing over the ocean, comes over the inland, and it rains for nearly a week. And at the end, the pit and the cave systems have flooded.
No! No!
Damn.
I had to choose my negative thing.
No, but it is actually a good thing that it flooded before anyone went down there, I think.
But I already
Yeah.
drew a guy with a gun down there. God damn it. He's dead.
Well,
He's dead, Jim.
No, well, the exploration to send someone down there to explore would have been a different project, so that wouldn't have started yet. So when
Yeah.
We can still explore. We just have to come up with different ways to do it.
yeah, we have to invent scuba gear or something. So like some projects would have to take place before we can explore there.
Okay. And then I was going to have people go and look for the missing people over at the old Jackal Fortress. But since we're already over there. I'm gonna say that I don't know if this works as a project. A group of people, small group of people, uh, drag the jackal off to interrogate him in the woods about what happened to the past people.
Nice.
So I don't know, it seems like it wouldn't take long because it's like a session thing, but it could take
Yeah,
longer, I
2
think.
weeks, maybe even 1 week.
Yeah. So it's to drag him off into the woods away from everybody else and interrogate.
Cool.
Can I just move him? Like, what do we do?
Yes, you can move him. Sure. Because he
Or you
wouldn't
can-
be there forever, I guess.
Or you can just draw something next to him to represent something.
Or like you can draw an arrow from where he is to a section of woods somewhere or something.
Well, I can also copy him now. I've just made another one.
Yeah.
I'll just move the body copy.
Oh. I'll bring the rest of them.
Have we taken the water thing down yet?
I think I did I?
I don't think.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Alright, so this at least that'll be one problem solved. Next
So
time.
while I work on dragging this over, the next person can go. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
8. An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? An old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it? I like the idea, so I'm putting it in. Can't actually draw one, so have to make do.
Wait, did we say 2 actually?
I know it's not a drawing of a riverboat, but we discovered a broken down riverboat upriver from us.
Oh, nice. Like a paddleboat?
That's no, like a full on like it was probably like a touristy thing back before the apocalypse.
Yeah, with the big, huge paddle wheels in the back, like a
Yeah.
Mississippi River boat. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I always like those.
And yeah, I think that I think that probably people. Well, no, we have building materials on hand, so I think that people begin to engage in a project of trying to restore the riverboat so that we have a means of traveling across and up and down the river easily.
Nice.
I feel like it's at least a 4-week project. Do people feel like it should be longer?
No, I think that would be good.
I think 4 is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably a separate project to find actual fuel for it, but
Well, if you want, you can make it 5 and include fuel with it, because you're bringing it back to working condition, which I assume would include fuel. But that's just an option, if you want.
hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, so yeah, you can just put in your marker and see how that goes. The water project counts down to 0 and we...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so like, if you want to consider it a project to bring this back to full working condition, you can probably include finding fuel for it and just make it like 5 instead of 4 or something. That's a suggestion.
I mean, okay, I just didn't really want to make it too easy just to resolve that, but sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuel.
Oh,
Yes. Is it?
I mean, this project is about you fixing it up, though,
Yeah.
right? And so, I mean, if you fix it up and yet we still can't use it, then that almost seems too difficult.
Yeah, but the book does mention the idea that if a project is particularly, but yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, we don't want to like solve everything magically, but by extending the timeline, I think that kind of covers what we'd be concerned about right there.
And how do I bring those numbers down into the thing?
In the collection tab, it's next to the cog, the gear symbol in the top right hand of Roll20.
Yeah.
Right next to it, you'll see an icon. It's called collection. At the very bottom, you see rollable tables.
Okay.
Yeah, you click on token, and it puts a token on the map for you that's 0, and then you can change the number. You right click and click multi-sided and choose one, and you choose which side it is. Each side is a number.
Okay.
Alright, great. We now have water, by the way. Nothing too complex with that project. It works. It's not like overflowing, but we do have water. It's like, so everybody will have like a schedule where today is your day to fill up your bottles, tomorrow will be the other household, that kind of thing. At least it's working.
Cool, so that's my turn.
No, I think you still have your action.
I set up the project.
Oh, right.
And the jackal one goes down too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it down.
Nice.
No, the over on the left
Oh, okay, that one, yeah.
goes at 1, so it should go down to 0 now, right?
Ooh, the Jackal Stonehenge one? Yeah, I think that completes now as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it does, yeah.
So whoever was in charge of that can describe how that ends.
Okay. So, after about a week of solid questioning, sometimes people go back and come back out, taking turns interrogating this guy. They learned that the people that Jeremiah would bring out to them would be taken back to the fortress and used as sustenance for the jackals.
Ooh! Oh!
Afterwards,
Yeah.
the group of people drag him into the community, yelling about what they've learned and threatening to kill him.
I
don't know.
see.
I'll leave the rest of that up for you guys.
Nice. Alright, so whose turn is it now? Is it mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
We've run out of spring cards, didn't we?
sorry?
Oh, yeah.
We've run out of spring cards, didn't we?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, so
Summer.
spring is over and we are now into summer. So we'll start drawing from the second deck, the kind of dark blue one. Alright, so I'll draw the first summer card. And when we look in the seasons, I have to remember to look it up under summer and not spring. So this is the 7 of diamonds. So under summer diamonds, introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go awry? I think the velociraptors have started moving into our foraging grounds. So food is now going to become a major problem. So we need to draw like a carrot or something, or maybe a sheep. Is anyone good at drawing like food?
I'll just draw something.
Cool, thanks.
Put that back in a second. Just moving it.
Alright, so that was the card. Projects countdown. And then my action. So the fortress counts down, the riverboat counts down. And do we have any other projects in play? I think it's just those. Alright. Alright, so once those count down, great. I am going to start a project to develop weapons specifically to fight or hunt the velociraptors.
Nice.
So what we'll have to do is we'll have to find somewhere away from the velociraptors, probably here, I think. So I am going to...
No, that's a good drumstick.
Yes.
Peace. The fill, I'm going to put it as... something different. And I'm going to try to put a gun in there. Gun. But anyway, that'll be my action. How long do you think that would take to develop, like, some kind of weapon?
I think it depends.
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
making a sword or are you making like a gun? Okay, you're making a gun.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean,
situation, probably.
in reality, it could probably be like sharpened sticks or bows and arrows or something. But
yeah, I think it depends what it is. Some things are gonna take longer, some things are not gonna take very.
I mean, in order to get just some usable weapon, I don't think it would take very long. Maybe a couple weeks.
But they have velociraptors, you can't just throw a spear at them.
yeah. So let's say 4. Does 4 sound good?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll put it at 5. Because even when we build the things, they still have to like test it and that kind of thing. Alright, so that's my turn.
Okay, so I'm up next.
Nom.
Nom nom nom. That is a 9 of diamonds.
Nice.
Oh,
So-
did somebody put the boat one down?
I don't think so.
Did anyone change that? I don't think so.
No.
No.
Which project is that again?
It should be 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be 4 now. So, 9. Either a project fails, which one and why, or alternatively something goes foul and supplies are ruined, adding a scarcity. So the scarcity can only be building materials, can it? Or can it be some other totally new resource?
It can be like a new resource if if you pick something that of course the community will need. So
Hmm. Well, I think with the velociraptors gnawing on our drumsticks, there's an obvious thing. Next to water, food is now also a scarcity
yeah.
because of velociraptors. Yeah, eating all of it, occupying our hunting ground, farming grounds.
Okay.
Are you going to edit? Should I?
Well, I think it's kind of taken care of there. They're eating the drumstick, right?
Say again.
I think it's taken care of there. They're eating the drumstick.
Okay, no, I meant to the resources tab.
Oh, okay.
The resources thingy.
Yeah, anyone can edit
Text.
that. That's so. Yeah,
Oh, I'll just edit it
yeah.
then.
Yeah, anyone can go and adjust that. Okay, well, projects will tick down, and then Chris has his action, I believe.
Yep.
So the guns go down to 4. I keep saying guns, but of course, well, you know, defensive tools. Everyone else count down their things, the riverboat, and the scavenging. And then
Okay.
yeah. So Chris has
The boat has to be count down again. It's so at 4.
yeah, that has to go down. Oh, whose project was the boat?
It was mine. It should go down to 3 now.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can just right click on the 4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he did it. Okay. So I'm going to start a discussion
Uh-huh.
about Stonehenge. Whether we should explore it, whether it's just a bunch of walks. Well, exploring in the sense of see if there's something up with it, some supernatural connection or something, or whether it's just a bunch of walks, basically. And we shouldn't bother.
Cool.
And I will start again. And I will say this formation of walks, while looking pretty interesting, is just a formation of walks, which doesn't help us with our needs right now, so don't waste your time on it.
I think that the rocks are really cool, and we should definitely take them.
So yeah.
Oh,
Say it.
sorry, I
Okay.
can never tell what it is. I've had a hard time telling which is the part. No, these stones are important and must remain where they are. Be disrespectful to remove them.
The stones demand blood sacrifice. The velociraptors is the anger of the gods.
Ooh.
Nice, nice. That's a new firework in the mix. We have other priorities, and I think we should see to the old campsite to study and gain history rather than Stonehenge.
Oh boy. Well, this has just become real politics. There's two opinions and I have to decide. God damn it.
Right. Is
All right.
Yeah, go on.
is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I still have to decide what we're going to do with Stonehenge because I started the discussion.
Well, you don't decide.
Yeah, the discussion doesn't end with a
okay.
decision. It's mostly just
Oh, okay.
to put it out into the public domain.
Oh, okay. But I do have to draw something now. Reflecting this discussion.
No.
Not really, no, because
okay.
because again, nothing has been decided really yet. So, but on next
Oh,
we can do
okay.
something about it.
I thought I had to decide what the
No, the
consensus
idea
was.
is it takes a long time because we're all busy working and providing for ourselves to actually, like, get all this information coordinated.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? Queen.
Queen? Is that what it is? Jesus.
Yep.
Could not figure out. All right.
I made it bigger for you.
Okay, thanks.
A huge queen appears. Oh.
Ooh,
A project finishes early. Which one and why? All right. All right. The weapons project finishes early because we find a poison in the swamp that the velociraptors are horribly, horribly allergic to, and it just becomes a cinch after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool, nice. So, I guess I can put in like a guy with a blue dot or something.
Yeah. That's good. So, all right. Okay, so then I would like to start a project to hang the jackal.
Well, let's do the countdown first, I guess, because the reason why the countdown goes first
We
is
did.
because so the jackal not just goes to one, or is it complete now?
No, I just moved to one.
Okay, all right, cool, yeah. So yeah, you're up.
Yeah, so let's hang the jackal.
Nice. Well, that wouldn't take very long. That would take like a week.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
A week probably.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just put up like a one, and yeah, you do your thing.
How does the contempt thing work? Because I feel like maybe some people would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
with
was trying to get the contempt out onto the map, but I can't.
You can.
I think you have to
Yeah.
just deal it to you.
Yeah, you click deal, and one goes to you.
that. Well, I got one on the map right now.
You should have to deal it to you, though, shouldn't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I don't.
because
I
you
don't
put
get
it
rid
on
of
the
it,
map when you're ready to use it.
Oh, okay. How do you use them?
Just drag it onto the map whenever you're ready, and then you can delete it. But you use it to interfere with a project. Well, you can use it to interfere with any project that you disagree with. So
I-
you start a project to interfere with that other project or something. I don't know.
Or it's just any project where it's the community acting on their anger or their selfishness rather than like aiding the larger community.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like bad projects basically. All right.
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, but it's that Stonehenge because of that whole blood sacrifice thing.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course.
Oh well, okay. In that case, the contempt. I don't take on contempt.
Yeah, because like if a project happens that you agree with, if something happens that you agree with, you can willingly give up your contempt to signify, well, like a large part of the population is appeased by this development. So you can just like just drag it on the table and delete it, and it's gone. Right, our very first war tribunal. Once you start making weapons, things get bloody.
All right, Sayer, your turn.
Okay. It's an 8 of diamonds. So if someone tries to take control of the community by force, do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas and start a foolish project.
Church of the Velociraptor. Church of the Velociraptor.
I'm gonna say that the people who are getting, maybe the people who are really into the blood sacrifice thing, try to take control of the community.
Can we weaponize them?
Let me see. Do they succeed? Well, for what? They do this because they believe that sort of everything, like the war and everything afterwards, has been a sort of punishment for not following through on these blood sacrifices, for not being respectful of the history. And they're sort of making this up because we have scarcity of history, right?
Yes.
So people are sort of making it up and sort of trying to find some sort of culture. And I think they don't succeed. They become very close to it, and it's a very bloody fight to stop them.
Right, but well, it does have to be a project, so you'll have to.
No, I think they're doing the first one where somebody
someone
tries
tries-
to seize control.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah. So getting very close to it, and then I have to come up. I'm gonna discover something new. I think. There is. Sorry, I rolled 20. It's been very, very slow.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, but hold on. Before you do that, we've got 2 projects that are
Countdown
done.
clocks, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Finish this. So, yeah.
So let's see. Oh, actually, they're both mine. So the the old Jackal Fortress, we loot that, and we find a lot of really cool stuff. We find I think we find tools and weapons
Nice.
that will help just generally. And then we also totally hang that dude.
Yeah.
Dead now.
Has no effect, but all of the Velociraptor cultists totally take credit for killing for like the fact the Velociraptors aren't attacking us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Who can say what caused it? Was it the weapons?
The guns
it
didn't
the-
cause them to drive away. No.
Yeah, no. So, yeah.
Excellent.
So, for discover something new, I'm saying that there's a sort of, like elephant graveyards, there's a field of bones of just large beasts discovered up here. And the beasts are whatever these beasts were when they were alive. Nobody's quite sure.
Cool.
So, Steven's turn.
You still need to do an action.
I discovered something new.
Oh, what was it?
The graveyard of strange creatures up here at the top.
Oh, okay. That's a 10. Okay. You discover a cache of supplies or resources. A scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. And let's see. So I think and this isn't my action, this is the cards thing.
Mm-hmm.
Considering all of our food was eaten by the dinosaurs, I start a project for we start just herding the dinosaurs.
Ah,
So I drew a fence around them.
nice.
Well, these ones, they are dead. They are the.
That's okay. They
Okay.
also represent the fact that there's a reason they're dead
Okay.
because we're eating them.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh. We'll dine well tonight.
Hmm.
How do the Velociraptor cultists feel about that?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm definitely. I don't think I can take contempt in relation to my own actions.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain I can't.
Yeah, no, that would be weird.
So if somebody else wants to,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take some contempt on you. Love to.
I myself am not against that plan. I'm actually against the cult of the Raptors, so I wouldn't take any.
how
Well,
long
I'm playing
do
as
people
like
think this would take?
Considering that they're team and that we have weapons, I don't think it would take that long. Like, we have tools against them, so...
I feel like it would take, because if we're trying to at least herd them up, it would take probably at least 3 weeks, I think. Seems
I'm
fair.
good. Yeah, I'm good with that.
And now for things ticking down,
Mm-hmm.
that finishes. And-
riverboat.
Yeah, we have the riverboat. It travels up and down the river. One of our community members finds an old like captain's hat in the ship and starts calling themselves the captain, and everybody just kind of humors them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for now, yep. And now let's see. So that was that, and I think I'm going to discover something new.
Nice.
The reason there are all those bones up there, we discover just a single massive dinosaur. And there's its foot.
Oh, so that's like a feeding ground. Nice.
Damn.
Okay. That's probably why that camp to the northwest didn't exist anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, that certainly changes things.
Found our god. Found our god.
Woo! All right, excellent. So I think who's up next?
You. Is it? Isn't it?
If it's me, okay, sure. I'm still getting used to whose voice is whose. That's why.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
turn now.
So 6 of diamonds. Summer. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many? How are they greeted? Ooh boy. I am going to say that members from a fishing community arrive on like boats that are, they've come from across the waters down to the south and arrived to this shore exploring, and so they find us and they are greeted, I'm going to say they are greeted favorably because they have fishing technology. So I'm going to work on that. I need another boat. Draw sheep.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah. Their boats will be some kind of raft, I think. Or like a catamaran or something. They'll have something that's fancy. So we enter negotiations with them. Well, they're greeted favorably. So at some point we'll have a project in place to exchange technology, that kind of thing. Projects count down now.
The Velociraptor hunting ground thingy slopes down. Whose project was that again?
That was mine.
Okay, so you get to describe to us how it turned out.
It's still 2 more weeks.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Select move. Alright, yeah, so that's there. Raft. And for my action, I am going to start the project to conduct the negotiations with these guys to obtain fishing technology and stuff. So what do we feel for that time frame?
I think it will take a bit longer because there's a toxic river nearby. Fishing there might be a bit more difficult, or, well, if you could fish, the fish you probably couldn't eat.
Well, we wouldn't do the actual fishing as yet. So this is mostly just to have them teach us how to fish. So what do you think? 4 or 5?
I think 4 is fair.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So let's say 4 that they set up some kind of diploma program or something where they teach us how to make hooks and how to read the sea and that kind of thing. So 4. Alright, and that's my turn.
Alrighty, so I'm up next. I have a really good action plan, but that's not now. Now it will work out. That's a 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds. The elves among you dies, what caused the death? Or the elves among you is very sick, caring for them and searching for a cure requires the help of the entire community. Don't reduce project dice this week. I'd say the elves among us dies. We did already establish that they can grow very old, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of them, well, actually, no, the eldest among us was actually still really fit. And he was hunting velociraptors for food. He was helping with the velociraptor herding project. But he tripped over a branch and it ended very quickly, very badly.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I think that's our first death. No, well, yeah, not our first hanging, but our first death.
Jeremiah, Jack.
Yeah.
This guy.
Jeremiah or Jebediah?
It was Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So we have dealt
Jeremiah.
with that. Alright. Alright, nice.
Alright.
Do Project Dice count down or?
Yeah, Project Dice Countdown. He did die. He didn't make it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the 4 goes down to 3 as well, doesn't it?
And the
Okay.
pen completes, does it?
The what completes?
Does this one complete or did that go already?
No, the Hurling project started as a 2, didn't it? Steven, it was your project, wasn't it?
Yeah, I already counted mine down.
Okay, right.
Oh, okay. So, as my action for this round, I will start a project, and this project is the Velociraptor cultist. They decide everyone in our community should follow our cult, and they're doing an advertising campaign for their cult. They're basically running around like Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the dinosaurs? So, oh yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of content. So how
Can I
long
get
do you
rid of
think
my
that
contempt with that?
If you want to
Can he?
yeah.
Well, we're not playing specific people, right? We're just like these are, a section of the community would not approve of it.
Okay, I'm all right at that.
So what project time are you looking for that?
Well, didn't he get rid of my project with a contempt marker? How does contempt work?
No. Contempt is used to act selfishly. That you do it on your own turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Well then, how long will that take? I think it would take a little bit longer, maybe 5 or maybe even 6 weeks, because the community is a bit bigger. Telling everyone, yeah, you should totally join our cult.
Yeah.
Hashtag new cult.
How do I get rid of this contempt token?
You pull it onto the tabletop. When you click on it, it opens up, and then from there you pull it onto the tabletop, and then you can just delete it. Select it, and then press delete on your keyboard.
It's
Oh, look
really
at that.
hard to see.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Boom. Did it.
So how many weeks is it now? What do you think?
5 sounds about right, because the missionary thing is like a long ongoing process, I think.
Oh wait.
Well, it could be 4. This is a small community.
No, I'll take 5.
Yeah.
Let's make sure everyone's on the cult side.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, excellent. So I think that takes us to Tyler, does it?
Alright.
Okay, so it's me now, right?
No, me.
That's Tyler, sorry.
Alright, what was that? Where did it go?
Oh, you drew the queen? My mistake. I thought it was an old card from Joe. Jack. Sorry, it was the Jack.
Okay, Jack.
Yeah, it was the Jack of thing. I saw it on the side there, and I thought it had been there a while. To remove cards after you play, you just click on it and you hit delete on your keyboard, and it goes to the discard pile.
Okay, so predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who? Or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Do not reduce project dice this week. So I think somebody goes missing. And let's see. Who is it? I think it's one of the interrogators of the Jackal. one of these guys over here. And right over there. How do you do that? Do you just click?
You click on the mouse tool on the top left on Roll20, and then you just hold your mouse button down for a second.
Oh, cool.
You can also hold
Oh,
shift
look
while
at
doing that as a GM, then everyone will get dragged over there as well.
Oh, that's so cool. So one of those guys goes missing, and I think the circumstances surrounding it are completely mysterious. I think they leave their gun or weapon or what have you on the ground, and no one knows exactly what happened. They don't know if the jackals came back and got revenge, or if the velociraptors just made a meal of them, but they are gone.
Interesting.
All right, so projects.
Mine completes, and yep, we get some food. Probably the Velociraptor cult proper doesn't eat it, but enough to feed people who aren't cultists, and meanwhile the Velociraptor cultists start claiming they form spirit bonds with the Velociraptors and start riding them. So there you go.
Damn. So cool. That's like the best marketing campaign ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Oh man, okay. I like it. Now I want to do something with that, but shit, I don't know what. So I am okay. Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna have a discussion on what we should do with the Velociraptors now that some members of our community have tamed them. So I'll start. Have you seen what these guys can do? We can use the Velociraptors as weapons.
Who's next?
Sayer.
Okay, I can never tell who's talking. The last time people formed too close a bond with the animal, we ended up with the jackals. We can't go out into the wild again.
My friend Gorma, the Velociraptor, is smarter than all of you. I say we make him our leader.
I say, if they want to convince us, all the cultists should go try to tame the really huge dinosaur up there.
I just missed the topic of the discussion, sorry.
It's about how cool the cultists look riding dinosaurs and what is the impact. What
Of how cool the cultist what?
Look, riding dinosaurs and what we should do with the dinosaurs.
Cultist riding dinosaurs are the most amazing thing ever. We should totally continue doing so, it just makes us stronger.
Cool.
Alright, cool, nice. So yeah, you up.
Okay. 3. Okay. Summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest. So, the military. I won't do the military one, but I don't think we have anybody really to conquer. So I think that people out to the west find it's an abandoned orchard that's sort of run down, hasn't been tended to in a long time, right at the edge of just a smaller, flatter area, and they're trying to get it going again, get trees planted there again. So yeah, and people can put down their tokens if we got any projects running.
Oh, okay. Mine goes down from 2 to 1. So that's good.
How long do you guys think that the apple tree orchard thing would take to get going?
Guys, what do you think?
3 or 4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can somebody put that token up? I don't actually know how.
Oh, yeah.
And then for my action, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna start a project to people are gonna start trying to drain the pit. So people are gonna start working on building a pump mechanism, probably using stuff found in the factory to try and start draining the pit out. So that seems like it would take a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
5?
I'd even say
have
6.
Yeah, 6, because they would have to go to the factory, get the thing,
Yeah.
get it working, set it up, that kind of thing.
But also have to lower it down using a lot of loops
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Exploring the bottomless pit took a really long
Alright.
time.
Somebody put a token there too. 6 then.
I think... Should I take a token for this? Because I think we had... I think we could have made better use of that. But yeah, it's not worth taking a token over.
What?
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I'm just trying to figure. I don't know how to put the token. I need 1, 2 up here and up here.
Oh, you can always just copy and paste one of the
one for
tokens that
6
are already
down
on.
I don't know how to
To
change the number on them.
right click on it, then multi-sided, then choose side. And then you can move the slider. The left is 0 to the right is 6.
Okay. Thanks. Here, thank you.
It's 2 weeks for the apple orchard.
Is that what we said?
No, Apple Orchard was like 3 or 4,
Okay.
Yeah, I think we said 3 or 4, something like.
Okay.
and the drainy bottomless pit would have been like 6. I think we had said.
I put yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Cool. So summer's through then?
Yeah, summer is through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we enter autumn.
Yeah.
Or go out? No? Okay, let me try that again.
There's 2 cards now.
Oh, okay, sorry. For some reason the first one didn't show up. I think I originally drew the 6.
Yeah, that's cool. Whoever's next can just use the 4.
Cool. So for 6, introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community, or conflict flares up among community members, and as a result, a project fails. I think change the color of my rar. I think we mentioned before that somebody had gone
Missing?
missing.
Jackal people.
Yeah. No, it was one of the people who interrogated and hanged the jackal dude.
An entire household goes missing now within the community. That they're just there and all their things are still in the house. Everything's untouched and they're just gone.
Ooh.
So things count down. The traders resolves.
Nice. Yeah. So it resolves well. We now have the technology to start gaining food from the sea. We will still have to build the boats and so on, of course, but now we know how to do that. So any future projects to do that will not take as long as it originally would have. So that's good. Any others countdown?
I've got a
And
mind on one.
I guess I am going to have a discussion about all these. Oh, right, and I remember when you have a discussion about a thing, you add a little mark next to it so that people know they had a discussion over it. I forgot. That's what you add to the map for discussions.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm gonna have a discussion about all these people going missing. What's up with that? And my contribution, however, will be that clearly they have simply transcended into the holy dino plane, which we will all go to upon death.
Oh man.
I nominate Michael for sainthood.
I think this is malicious, and we need to find out who is causing it before entire factions or sections of the community start going missing.
We need to examine what's happening there, though if, as my fellow companion said, the dino Dum is behind this, it's intended to be this way and should not be changed.
I mean, did anyone like them anyway? Can we do without them?
I need my question answered first. Sorry, are the Fisher people still here?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that we need to investigate Fisher. They're outsiders, and we have no proof that they are not involved in this.
Alright, was that everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone has said something.
Alright, cool. So good. Next turn then. Interesting with the Fisher people. Alright, so that was the 6 of clubs. Whoever's next has the 4 of spades.
Yeah, you were. Oh, wait, who's next?
Stephen, you were just now?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's you.
Alright, here. Okay, cool. So let's do, this is autumn. Clubs. The 4 of clubs is the strongest among you dies. What caused the death? Or the weakest among you dies. Who's to blame for their death? Ah, this is a tough one. Because now we have to decide who is the strongest and who is the weakest. this may... I'm going to use my contempt token for this. And I'm going to say the weakest among us will be the missionaries.
Oh.
Oh no.
God damn it, I had plans for them.
They can ride fucking dinosaurs.
No,
They're emotionally
the
weak,
original cult is not going to be the weakest, but the missionaries, the ones who go out among the community, they're not going to be.
Okay.
People who join cults are typically weaker willed.
Yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. So they die, and what caused their death?
The Velociraptors ate them.
Oh.
Hoisted by their own petard.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. They are. Can I move this entire thing? Okay, I'm taking Piece of the River with me. I don't want Piece of the River. They.
No, you're moving the river.
Yeah, they tried to do missionary work with the weapons people, and they did not like that. So they got here.
Okay. No! One's head. That body is still there. They're a limbless body now for humanity.
Oh. Alright, and I'm just gonna put like a red X on them.
So what about the project? It doesn't continue anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, fictionally, yeah, they did.
Alright, so that's that. So I think that's like the first use of a contempt token. Wow, wish I didn't have to do that. Alright. Projects countdown, and then I'll do something. Do we have any other projects to count down?
I think there's only one left. The bottomless pit, was it counted down?
Yeah, I counted down both of mine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's only one.
Alright, no problem. So what do I do? Oh, the orchard counted down as well, right?
Yeah, I counted it down.
Okay, nice. So, these folk down here by the shoreline who have been learning, they are going to start to try to build more sea-going rafts. Yeah, because these have to be sea-going vessels. So I'm just going to copy and paste, and I'm going to put the project time on that of... what do you guys think?
I mean, how many are we making?
Let's say 2, 3.
Alright. Then probably a while.
Yeah. 5 weeks, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say probably 4.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little
Yeah,
over a
4 sounds
week
good.
per boat.
Sweet. Okay, so I just put a person on there. Whoops, wrong thing. Why am I not getting... Alright, so control copy. Anyway, that will be my my action. So you guys can draw and so on by the meantime.
Okay, so I'm up next.
4 weeks, right?
Yeah, 4 weeks, we said.
Alright, cool.
That's a jack. A project finishes early. Which one? Why? Well, there was a project a second ago. There's a project on the way. Yeah, there are projects. So let's say the bottomless pit project finishes early, and it finishes early due to the water flowing out suddenly, from somewhere else, the water level just keeps going down and down, down, down until it's totally dry.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone, opened the plug from the bathtub.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Mysterious. So move the 4. And it's dry now. I'll also put a plug for bathtub down there somewhere. Projects countdown 2. The apple orchard is done now, I think.
Yeah. So, they, after a few weeks of working in the orchard and getting back together, there is now a plentiful supply of apples. A few of the apple trees are just crab apples, but there are still a few that will provide us with fruit and other sources.
Nice.
So I feel like you could add an abundance of food at this point.
Yeah, we seem to have a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely an abundance.
Alright, so for my action. My original plan was somewhere in the same direction, but I can save it. So the missionary work did not work out for the dinosaur cult. So they need support. They need major support. They need big support. Big support. So I'm going to start a project. The dinosaur called missionary people. They're going to appease the big dinosaur.
Yes.
Praise their god. This god needs its praise, and it needs to be on their side to eventually bring the war back to the jackals.
Nice.
Whether to go out good or why, well, let's see. How long do you think will that take?
Well, what
Yeah.
are we? How are we appeasing it? That might change how long it takes.
So I initially thought of just praying to it, kneeling, praying. Ah, you're the only one for us.
They would have to figure out how to not get eaten by it first as well.
But probably some sacrifices as well. Sacrifice more in the sense of food. Because it's a giant dinosaur and it eats stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to appease it in this way as well.
So what do you guys think? 5?
I think it
Yeah.
takes
We're
a
essentially
while,
trying
yeah.
to train a dinosaur, so yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Let's say 5.
5 is good. 5 is good. Oh. All right, excellent.
Okay. Ace. Alright. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure that it is perfect. Add 3 weeks to the project die, where they drop everything else to work on it and all other projects fail.
Wow.
Ouch.
That's a harsh one.
Yes, it is. Okay, so what do we have for projects? We've got ships.
Got the Dino King.
We've got Dino King.
And so those were Jurassic Park Dino Queen.
True. Okay, so is that it? Those the only two right now?
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
everything else got wrapped up last round.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh jeez. This is such a tough decision.
Think of the dinosaurs.
I know. I want the dinosaur gun so bad. Yeah. You know what? I think the cult gets a fairly big following with this this really bizarre showing. You know, of just guts.
Mhm.
And so I think the community really rallies behind them, and they sort of forget all about those boats they were building.
Okay, cool. Because it's a card, I don't think I can take contempt for that, so I think it just happens.
Yeah. Wah-wah. Projects or project.
Project.
Yeah.
Building ships. I want to start a project about building ships.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to take that down to 4 weeks?
Oh yeah, I'll do it in a sec.
Okay. Bless you. Okay, and then I am going to discover something new. And I am going to discover a nest of dinosaur eggs
Ooh.
right here. What do I do? Oh no, that's a polygon. Shit. Where do I get a circle?
Draw
When
shape.
you draw shape and then hold Alt for circle.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a polygon shit. You should go see a doctor about that.
Good one.
Okay, cool. And yeah, that is my turn.
Okay.
Alright. Who's up next?
10 of clubs. Harvest is here and plentiful, add an abundance. Cold autumn winds drive out your enemies, remove. We have an abundance of food already, so harvest doesn't make sense. What threatening forces do we have?
What threatening forces don't we have? Everything is a threat.
I mean, we don't really have much in the way of threatening forces on the map right now, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there isn't any immediate threats right now.
We have a lot of dinosaurs.
I don't want to
But
get rid of our
that's-
dinosaurs.
That's
at all.
not a threat.
They
If I
just
get rid of
stand up
dinosaurs,
Fair
and
enough.
don't
start
serve
over.
anymore.
Is the... One sec. So I have to read it again. Drive out your enemies. Okay, so I'm gonna do what we find is people are out in the swamp in the forest gathering things, and we find a lot of medicinal herbs. So now we have a lot of medical supplies,
Medicine.
abundance of medicine.
Excellent, good one.
Nice.
So you guys
And-
can, someone can add it to the resources, I think.
So I can start a project. I can discover something new, or I can have a discussion.
Yeah, I think the things that we haven't dealt with as yet are the scarcity of warmth and the
Yeah,
scarcity
okay.
of culture.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something for warmth. So, I think I'm gonna start a project where people are gonna go down and explore the corridors.
Nice.
Yeah, so how long should that should take a while. How long should that take?
Well, considering it should be armed, we sort of agreed on that earlier. It's going to take 3 or 4 weeks. It's not just going down there, la la la, oh, now I've been everywhere.
Yeah, it definitely would not be 5 weeks because we have been down there before. When we first did the first set of exploration. So I think 4 is good.
Okay. So yeah, people are going down there and they're looking around, figuring out what's down there. Okay.
Nice. All right. Who's up next?
Cool. I am. And either someone returns to the community, who, where were they, or you find a body, do people recognize who it is? What happened?
This is the one I wanted. I'm so sad.
Yeah, that one would have been nice.
Yeah, I think while exploring down through the corridors, that person that was missing before, they come across him.
Oh, down there.
Oh.
So which person? Like one of the people from the home?
Yeah, one of the people from the home, or that person that disappeared a long while back.
Yeah.
Which one?
That person that interrogated the jackal. We'll call him
Jack.
Marcus. There you go, Marcus. That's been his name all along. Yeah, and let's see, what was the rest of the thing? Where were they? I think that he recalls, his memory's oddly vague, but he recalls being somewhere in the depths of this network where he was being experimented upon. There's something down there that is collecting people.
Oh. But wasn't it underwater just some weeks ago?
Oh, but something did drain it.
Yeah,
Something or someone.
Alright, there's Marcus.
Yep.
Hang on a second, the 10 of clubs should be gone, right?
Yeah, the 10 we are away.
Oh, is Marcus the red guy now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I think the 2 off.
Goodbye, missing Marcus.
No, I'll have a discussion about this person. I'll let D-Spot go first.
This is going to sound really bad, but we need to interrogate this guy.
Who interrogates the interrogators? What Marcus has found out there has to be found out. This is an amazing discovery.
How did Marcus survive? That's what I want to know.
Marcus has always protected our community and looked out for our best interests. We should trust him and follow what he recommends to do.
Marcus is the divine made flesh. We should eat him in order to consume, in order to become one with the Velociraptor god.
Jesus.
Oh,
He's taking it to a dark place.
That sentence has highs and lows. It's like the highest highs and the lowest lows.
man, Steve,
Oh,
I would internet high five.
Yeah.
We need to move our tokens down, right?
All right. So that's the discussion. I think I'm next.
Marcus is just standing right there while they say it.
All right.
Kyle's always got to make stuff weird.
No, it's like end of times. So because autumn is nearly over, I think. All right, so I'm going to draw a card. So people are getting scared, desperate, and stupid. 9 of clubs.
I've suggested nothing but the wisest courses of actions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely.
The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and finds something that had been previously overlooked. Wow, there's a couple of ideas I can do for either one. I'm gonna say the bottomless pit finishes early. Specifically because they found Marcus and now it's this huge mystery and everyone's really motivated to get to the bottom of this. So the bottomless
The
pit finishes
bottom.
early.
Get it?
Yeah! Get to the bottom of this. I didn't even catch that.
Oh.
So whoever's project that was, they get to describe how it ends. Who was the bottomless pit?
That's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. What happened? My sound was not great.
Alright, so your project finishes early. So you get to
Okay.
describe what they find.
Okay. They come across as the people are exploring. They go down a corridor and they come into a room that is remarkably clean for something that has been underwater for ages. And there are long hospital beds with straps on them, and in jars along the wall are pickled jackal heads.
Woo!
Oh.
Damn.
Damn. Alright, so any other projects to tick down? I think is just... Yeah, I think it's...
I'll need to reduce mine by 1 again.
Alright. I am going to discover something new. In Stonehenge, they find some stone tablets with some strange writing on them that will need to be decoded. So that's what they find.
All right. 7. A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went, or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. Okay, so I don't think praying to the Dino God is quite cutting it.
Oh.
It's just not working, and so I think we need to use more of a stick approach. I think we need to tame this motherfucker, and
Shit.
yeah, hop on its back, you know, do some Dino God riding. So that is how we will change that. Yeah, there you go.
JPEG.
That works. Yeah. So yes. Now projects.
Yeah, I'll reduce by 1. Oh man, what the hell?
Well, it's the thing now is that it's actually who is it, Tyler or say it's actually their project
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually your. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stole that one from you.
Oh. Oh, that makes it easier for me.
All right. So is that the only project?
I think so.
All right. Then. I think we should have a discussion about what to do with the Dino God once we inevitably, tame it.
Oh.
So, no, I don't want to start. Sayer, you go first.
Tame the Dino God? This is sacrilegious.
Steven, you're up next.
Oh, right. We shall build it a grand temple, and from there we shall be the light for a new civilization.
We shall build harnesses and platforms for it, and arm them with guns and turrets.
Once we tame the Dino God, we can live in peace together, which will in turn make us stronger against any war that will come to us. We will be invincible with the help of this Dino God.
We will never need food again.
Oh, show your work. How did you... Anyway.
Eat the dino.
Alright. That's the end of mine.
Alright.
Oh man.
Autumn is counting down.
Not falling down. Autumn. Fall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll just go.
Who's up next? Saya, is that you?
I think so.
Yeah.
So that's the end of autumn. So it's 3 of clubs, which is someone leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. What is the warning? Someone issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a contentious project that relates to it. Marcus, who has been not doing so well since he was discovered in the pit, takes off across the river to where the Jackal Fortress is, leaving a warning only that the jackals will return from deep beneath the earth. And so people start I don't think it's a contentious plan. People start building elevators to drop velociraptors down into the pit so they can go and fight the jackals.
Awesome.
I am all for that. I have no... If I had contempt, I would give it to you.
How long should that take?
I'll take contempt.
How long should that take, you think?
3 weeks?
Well, it's a really deep pit. 3 weeks or maybe even more. That sounds alright.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any... Here's a token, okay.
They'd have to attach like flashlights to the top of the raptor heads. Go get him, boy. That is so awesome.
Oh shit! Dino God is tamed!
Oh shit!
Alright. So, I think after weeks of praying fruitlessly to the Dino God, one enterprising bishop of the cult realized that sometimes you need to you just need to lay down the law with Dino God. And so over the course of the next 2 weeks, they climbed atop the Dino God and perched on his head. And then they threw shit, I don't even know what. I think they probably just hit them in the head like a bunch. And
Spray bottle. Giant spray bottle.
yeah, right, yeah. Spray bottle, a giant spray bottle.
Well, we have water.
to tame the giant dino god. And now a section of the cult lives on the top of the dino god.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Nice. Alright, so I think it's I think it's Sia's actual turn now, is it?
Saya, you have your turn now. Your actual turn.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, I got it going. I'd like to discover something new, which is... Actually, we didn't do anything with it. We haven't done anything. Can the new thing I discovered be that they're hatching? Does it make sense, or does it need to be something like an entirely new thing?
You,
You... It sounds fine, right?
Yeah, it sounds fine with me. I don't have a thing with that. That sounds good.
Okay, so... Yeah, they start hatching, and for along there's a little baby. I'm just gonna copy and paste one of the little dinosaurs and make it smaller. Yeah, so that's the new thing.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Alligator, you are next, and you'll be going into winter. So what happens is, anybody, the moment anyone draws the King of Spades, the game ends. Because that's when the Frost Shepherds come and we all die. So that's...
no, we don't know what happens.
Well,
Dying with the dino god on our side? I don't think so.
well, at the end of the game, we'll get to discuss as a group like what happens and that kind of thing. But yes,
yeah.
I was just being dramatic. But yeah, so the game ends the instant that the King of Spades is drawn. So the clock is ticking down. Let's see what you get, Alligator.
Jack.
God, so long.
An infected outsider arrives seeking amnesty. They have some much-needed resources with them. Choose one. Welcome them into the community. Remove a scarcity, but also introduce an infection into the community. Bar them from entry. What scarcity could they have addressed? How does its need become more dire this week? Yeah, I think again from within the depths. Well, I guess a sort of strange kind of, I guess, human dinosaur kind of hybridy looking guy comes from the depths, and he has with him a kind of collection of old logs and research notes that reveals a kind of history of the site as a kind of black genetic research site.
Oh, man.
But he also has with him a kind of... We accept him in because, of course, he's a human dinosaur hybrid guy. But he's carrying with him a kind of disease that takes hold among several of our people.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Marcus is no longer the coolest guy.
Marcus left.
Oh, right, yeah. Alright, cool.
Oh yeah, and then
Count on blocks, projects.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
And your turn. Saya was
yeah.
turn, wasn't it?
My
Oh,
turn?
I need to introduce a thing or.
Oh yeah, Stephen.
And sorry, I was just thinking. I think that kind of stirred up by all of the conflict in the depths. These No, I'll actually just say that across the river, a group of refugees has set up a camp, and they're fleeing something horrible coming from out east. And that's what I'll add for my discover something.
Nice.
Damn.
Alright.
Alright, so let's see what I draw.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was me. Wait,
Um,
I was like,
Ooh.
Oh. Well, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Alright,
Oh.
so the actual
Oh.
terms of the game end now, but we no longer are restricted. Now we can actually freely discuss everything and try to figure out some of the mysteries, that kind of thing. So this is like...
Oh man. I just had a really cool idea what to discover on my turn. I would have sent some guys to the other side of the river, and they would discover bones of another dino god.
Ooh.
Why did they die? Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because like, you know, it's always this thing where when you find a huge carcass, it's like, don't be afraid of the carcass. Be afraid of whatever killed it.
Yeah.
okay, so the Frost Giants. So what's it called? The Frost Shepherd arrives.
So, yeah, I think the Frost Shepherds arrive, and we just stomp them with a Dino God.
Yeah.
We win.
Yeah. With a dino god like that, I think we don't have to worry.
Yeah. Although I don't think the Dino God gets there right away. I mean, I
Yep.
think that you know, because I mean, they're pretty clearly coming from the east, right? That's what the refugees were here about,
Yeah.
and so I think they probably get the jump on us.
Yeah, we would suffer a lot of casualties.
Yeah.
I actually feel like just because it seems like the Frost Shepherds are a big deal, like maybe we don't so much beat them and drive them off, so much as we have these dinosaurs, and we have a giant dinosaur that we've more or less built a facility on top of. Perhaps we leave the land to the west.
And live on the
Oh,
dinosaur.
yeah.
Yeah, we have
Because
Yeah,
dinosaurs
that
know
sounds
that.
really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. We
Because
all
imagine-
hop on the Dino God.
Yeah.
All of us that are left.
Yeah. So
And-
at least some of us would survive.
Yeah, and we take a hike. I dig that.
Dynamats. Oh, oh man. So I really gotta say, there's some hunting prey around. There's some hunters around. What are they? They're dinos. Yeah, that was a good idea. That was a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, this was a good game. I gotta say, you guys are really good to play with. You know, everybody kind of added to the story. Nobody did anything really unreasonable or anything like that.
Yeah,
Everybody
everyone behaved
well.
mature. That's always good.
Yeah. And I really appreciate you guys joining me for this game. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for setting it up.
Yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
These both thanks for being the facilitator, and everyone else. Thanks for behaving maturely, and thanks for taking the time, and thanks for being good players.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, I'll always be up
Thank
for
you.
running this or maybe some other little cute game later on. So I'll always, keep an eye out for you guys. This was nice.
And
I mean, there's
appreciate-
also the Deep Woods, which is another game built on this system that's a different genre.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, how's that work?
I think I have it. So I'll.
It's like you play a group of like it basically, you know how like in D&D you play like a frontier town and you go out fighting all the monsters surrounding it. Well, basically the monsters have banded together and driven out the humans from their land and are now trying to like recover their monster like culture and society from the human colonizers.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that is good. So I'll look into setting that up, and I'll always let you guys know like how I get along with it.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Very cool.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
sounds
All
good.
right.
And,
Well, it was a good time.
Yeah, and everyone have a really
Well,
good day.
Yeah, you too.